Hello, and welcome to this edition of After Dark with BK. My name is BK Hart, and it is my honor and privilege to be your host for the next 30 minutes or so. Before I get started, I want to say a little something to the young folks out there. There are way too many of you being killed and doing the killing. So to that, I'm not going to belabor you, but I'm going to ask you this one question. Ain't you got anything better to do? Okay, look for my PSA. I'll be putting a PSA out for that soon. And I'm going to scare the daylights out of some of you, believe me when I say that. Now, with that being said, y'all know I'm all about music. I'm all about music. I'm all about the best music there is to have, the best music there is to be heard. And tonight is no exception. I have with me two of the biggest players in this town, two of the best players in this town. This town has got stars, but these guys are like the brightest stars in my book. I don't know about you, but I think these are two brightest stars. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Delbert Boyer and Mr. Phil Joseph.
What's up,
good evening. How y'all doing?
All right. How you doing, sir?
Good to see you. I'm stoked. I mean, I got both of you giants on my show tonight, and it's like throwing my game. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to holler or go blind, man. To tell you the truth, I hear some buzz about something that you guys have got going on. I mean, something pretty big, and that's what we're going to be here to talk about. Okay.
Right.
I understand it's called it's called Indiegogo, or something that has to do with the Indiegogo campaign.
Yes.
Or elaborate. Tell me what's happening. You know, give me the lowdown.
Well, what the whole thing is, we're doing a new CD called Colors of the Sun, and we wanted to incorporate our fans and people, friends and family that believe in us and really enjoy our music through the years. Yeah. And what we wanted to do is let them be a part of this whole process, because we have did 4 CDs since 2002, and this CD here is like, we wanted to really have a collaboration with the people and different musicians, and have them involved in the whole process. And I got wind of Indiegogo through a friend named Cliff.
Indiegogo. Now that's pretty interesting, because I saw that. I remember you were telling me about something like that before, and I happened to look at it, and it's pretty interesting because, as I understand it, this is one of those sites that actually funds projects, for up-and-coming artists. It allows you to bypass all of that big corporate machine, the whole conglomerate thing. You know, it allows you to go in from the bottom up.
Well, what it does is it's a people-friendly crowdfunding. It's called crowdfunding.
Okay.
And what you do is you get your friends and family and your fans to contribute to your project.
Okay.
So, and with their contributions, we set up prizes or perks. They call them perks.
Perks, right.
And you get CDs, you get T-shirts or whatever. We're going to figure that out.
Okay.
With each donation. And what the donation does, that goes to the process of the final process of the CD.
Right.
The CD that we're doing now, we're trying to do a really professional CD, which is going to be mixed and mastered professionally.
Okay.
Because we collaborated with some very top artists and producers.
Like this man here.
Yeah, and nothing negative about Phil. I got some guys that are really even more top of the line in the profession of music, in the contemporary music scene.
Well, see, my thing is this. I'm at this grassroots level, so I mean, I don't know all of these people, but I do know you two cats, man. To me, this is top level to me. So I mean, you know, this is where I'm aspiring to be where you are. And of course, you know, I'm a musician anyway.
Oh, exactly. So.
The great thing about Indiegogo.com is it allows, like Delbert said, for people that support your work to, one, have a grassroots level. Most of the time when artists put out product, they're putting out product and people are seeing it in the end phase. People are going to have an opportunity to understand what Aniya is about, get to see where the money is going to be spent, and also have a way of contributing to the project in every way they want, in any way they want, so that they know that they're not only fans and supporters of the work, but they're also partakers in the work with us.
Exactly.
So that's the great thing about Indiegogo, is that it allows you to really give people that support your work an opportunity to invest really.
I was going to say almost
art.
like having stock in your,
exactly.
in your project.
And also with this project, because it is the 5th studio album for Aniya, it's allowing us also to expand our reach of people. We've had very critical acclaim on all the products that have been out before, but we wanted to be able to reach more people, and we also wanted to give them, the creativity, and obviously people have come to expect that level of quality on a creative level from Aniya, but also quality in terms of producing, mastering, mixing, even having other strategies for promoting and marketing it, so that everyone who wants to be part of the Aniya experience can be a part of it. So that's why we're excited about Indiegogo, because we don't have to recreate the wheel. We're allowing people to meet us. And then also, as we build this campaign, getting ready for the release of the album, people that we meet for the first time, it's not just a matter of, I love the album, let me know when it come out. But you can actually contribute to this work coming forward even now. So that's why
you
we're
can be a
excited.
part of this experience.
Also,
a deep part of this experience.
Yeah.
Also, we have there's like 70 countries around the world that are listening to our website.
Wow. Okay.
They're hitting our website.
Well, see, that's what I love about the internet and being able to do this on the internet, because it's global. And you don't have to be limited to a certain principality or municipality or anything. You can be global, and everybody around the world can hear, what you do and see what you do and see what you're all about. That's perfect. I love it. I love it.
And then the artists that are the producers that are going to be involved that are involved in this project, they're world known also. We have a guy, Al Turner, who is the musical director for Earl Clue. He's the musical director for Kim. He's played on 2 of the tracks on our new CD, and 3 of the tracks, and also he's producing one of the tracks, one of the tunes I wrote. So you can't get no bigger than that in the contemporary music scene.
That's right.
And also we have James Poyser, who is part of the Roots. He's produced Erykah Badu. He's co-produced this tune with me. So he's on the CD also. I have Bill Jolly. He's a keyboardist. He's played on our title track, Colors of the Sun. And a guy, trumpeter named Al Moretti. I had the Infinity Horns from Delaware. We're doing a project together. They're going to be on the project.
Wow.
I have Venetia. She's going to be on the project.
Wow. you just blew my mind right there when you said Venetia. I'm like, because I've got 2 clips of her already, and she's like world class.
She is.
She's like super world class.
Yeah. So she's on the project, and then the band members, Monty Pollard. He wrote 2 tunes. I have T-Bone, Tyrone Blanford. Jason has done some production work for me, Jason Coleman. And Jose, he's playing on the project also. And Mark Mitchell. I can't forget Mark.
I understand, Phil, that you have a pretty heavy interest in this in terms of writership. What is your I'm going to tell everybody what your contribution to this is.
It's been we're excited about the project. One of the songs that Delbert wrote, he wrote a song. I had actually had the privilege of having 2 of the Aniya albums before I started working with Aniya. So he wrote a song called God's Grace, and we're actually adding lyrics to it for this album. So we're excited about that, because that's one of the songs that's being produced by one of the named producers we had talked about. And so that was one, and then there's a song that I wrote called Around the World. That Delbert was able to compose and write, and that just being part of that process was great. But that's another song we're excited about, and a song called, we actually have a jazz acoustic song on the album called Lover. So I'm glad that not just my working with Aniya has been able to just add a vocal component to the band, and also at the same time add some lyrics, because as anyone knows that's listened to Aniya, the music is very inspirational. So for a singer, when you hear great music and I just want to add some lyrics. So I was glad to be part of God's Grace, because that's a very powerful song, and it was actually did very well when it was originally released, but I really wanted to add almost like a vocal contribution to it, and Al Turner is really doing a wonderful job with production. So it's gonna take it to another level even. So those three contributions I was able to be part of with the album, in addition to things that Monty's written and the other songs that are on the album. So people are really gonna be people that are true supporters of Aniya are gonna be, I think, blown away by this contribution.
Those that actually follow and know who the members are and actually have an intimate knowledge of the group. You know, I have only had a couple of experiences with the group, but the experiences that I've had so far have blown me away. You know, like our World Cafe Live at the Queen, and then being able to catch you here at the cafe in the trio set. I was like, well, wait a minute. You had all these people up there then the trio here, and it was still nice and tight, nice and fluid, and the music just knocked me out. You know, I couldn't believe it. And then this man now. You and I had some dialogue about one of the pieces that you did at the cafe, and I'm still reeling about that one. You know, we'll be talking about that one pretty soon, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. I was just. You could have bought me for 2 cents at that time, you know, because it was just awesome.
That is a possibility. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
That is a possibility. If we get the money that we're trying to raise, we will put that on that project.
I was waiting for that. You don't know. I was waiting for this, right?
Yeah, we will definitely put that on the project, but it costs money.
Of course.
And that's the I want to get back to that whole situation. We're trying to raise $5,000.
That's a good one.
And that's a little.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah, right.
Y'all heard that. $5,000. That's all we need. That's all we need. Not a whole lot. Just just $5,000.
Exactly. And that'll get our mastering done and mixing done. So we really wanted to do it professionally.
Right.
And
no doubt.
If we do that, we'll have it set, and we can compete with any of the CDs or music that's out into contemporary jazz.
Okay.
And that's what we want to put. We feel as though the music and the creativity of this CD is on the level of anybody that's out there. So we want to have it mixed and mastered so people can say that this is the same at the same level.
At the same level, right?
Right. So that's what we're working on. Right.
Seriously high end. And I mean, I've heard a lot of high end projects, you know, and I've dealt with a lot because, like I said, I'm a musician too.
Right.
And I've dealt with a lot of pretty high end projects. This is actually really, really tight, and I'm really proud to know you guys at the very least. You know, to be any part of this.
Oh, thanks.
You know, I'm loving this. You know, I'm sitting here with the Giants. You know, like what you going to do? What is the brother going to do? You know what? Tell me a little something about your past projects. I mean, I know you guys are looking at this one now and you're like, this is my baby and everything else. But there were some really high points of your past projects that you know, and I know Phil, you've had some dealings with it as well, as well as some other people. Tell me something about how you guys are interacting with this. I mean, I guess I'm trying to ask is, what is your feeling about what you're doing now that you didn't have
compared to the past,
compared to what you did back then?
I think it's all experience.
Right.
The first CD I did with a 8-track digital recorder.
You had to go 8-track, right?
It was an 8-track digital recorder, and that was called Aniya Spring Fling.
Right. Okay.
And we did that with 4 pieces. Then we did In the Moment CD.
Right.
And we did that in the studio in Delaware.
Which studio? I mean,
that was RB Studio in Newcastle.
Okay.
No, it was in Newport, Delaware.
Is that's not the one that's off of First State? That's around First State, is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it's around Route 4. Right around
that's
Route 4, where the Deer hot dog spot is. It used to be up that way.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know.
So the guy, I got turned on to him, and we went to his studio. Me, T-Bone, and a brother named Nate Jacobs.
Okay.
And that's where we first met Mark.
Right.
And a brother named Andre Huckster. And we put down the In the Moment CD. Okay. And that was a process. So, and then I mixed it and recorded it and mastered it. Well, actually, CD Baby mastered it. We sent it to CD Baby to get it mastered.
CD Baby.
But I mixed it. So they came out, people dug it, and that was a process, and it really happened. So the next CD was One Love, and then I did the mix and mastering for that.
Right.
I didn't want to pay for the mastering.
No doubt, no doubt.
So you know, the whole thing is, it's so hard because us as musicians are trying to, we work, we take care of our families and everything, and to have a stream of money come in to do this. Everything costs so much.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But with the technology today, you can kind of do your own thing.
Right? Because I mean, you got software.
Right, exactly.
Like
software,
right. Pro Tools, and all that. A lot of the youngsters are using that,
and that's what I use.
Right,
Pro Tools.
A lot of them are also using Fruity Loops, which I kind of got mixed emotions about because I'm a musician, and Fruity
samples and stuff.
Yeah, right. Fruity Loops, you don't really have to have a whole lot of talent. All you got to do is have a little bit of technical knowledge.
Exactly.
But to really use recording, you got to be a musician. It's got to be an art to you, not just a science.
Right. And the whole thing is, once you do it at your house and stuff like that, you still can't compete. This is what Al Turner has been grilling to me. You can't compete with the $1 million studios.
No, you can't.
No matter what technology you have in your software, you can't compete. So that's why we're taking this whole project to the level that we want to put it in the hands of the professionals.
Right.
Like a guy that's an engineer, he's a professional engineer. Just like I'm a professional guitarist, he's a professional vocalist. You know what I mean? So that guy knows exactly how to do the sonic, the levels, the acoustics, to make the CD sparkle.
That's what
exactly.
They do
and that's
day.
what they do.
Exactly.
So that's what we're paying for. And that's why we're doing this campaign to get back to Indiegogo.
You want to do it right.
Right, we want to do it right, and we want people to appreciate it and to hear the difference.
There are some sonic differences.
Oh,
too.
yeah, exactly.
People don't, especially the young folks, they don't really realize that there are some sonic differences in real music, and real musicians, and real instruments. They don't understand that. Just like that old, warm analog sound.
Exactly.
That's one of those things,
And he was, as he was going through the discography, when he stopped at One Love.
One Love, right.
Full Circle is when I came in.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to get
I was waiting to jump in. I got to get it. Because I wasn't a part of the stuff. But when Full Circle came, that's when he came to me and he said he had a track for Count Your Blessings, and that was one of the vocal contributions on that album. Yeah. So that CD, which really did well, kind of led to where he, I think,
it opened
the doors, and that's when with the whole Indiegogo is now we see that we've kind of gone as far as we can go without having to say, okay, for us to go to the level where we want to be able to have more people listen to the music for the sonic quality to be higher. There needs to be an investment to be able to do that, and that's one of the advantages Indiegogo allowed us. Because I've worked with different studios, and everything sounds great till you put it in your car radio, or till you then you start to realize, or till you have a product that you want to give, and you give it to somebody that's either connected with the business in way of a radio station, and they tell you that the fidelity is not where it needs to be, and then you realize it. Because in the studio you just correct it by just turning everything up.
Exactly.
But it doesn't really work like that when you're dealing with the business and that. And that's one of the things that people will be able to. It's almost like how I look at it is, you can have the best. To use a local example, everyone, Walt's chicken is one of the best presentations of chicken out there. Some people argue, but it's the presentation as well. And because, and I think that from my experience with Aniya, the substance of what the group does, the creativity, the vocal arranging, the musical arranging, all that hasn't changed. In fact, it's grown and expanded. But now we're able to, with this investment from Indiegogo, and able to do the things we need to do to actually allow the sonic quality and the fidelity, and allowing professionals to get in and say, okay, all I do is mixing, all I do is mastering, all I do is this, so that people are another set of ears listen to it. So when someone actually gets the CD now, the best presentation and the best product is coming forth at the same time.
At the same time, right. Indeed.
And he added a very important element to. It has changed my whole perception of how I'm writing my music too. So I always tell Phil that that he has inspired me to write a different way.
Right.
You know, it's just inspired me. So
gets you out of not a rut, but
changes your perception.
Right, when you're writing and you're performing, you got one idea going through your head, you got one style going through your head. He brings another flavor to it. It's like, okay, well, I can do chocolate and vanilla. Oh, he's going to bring the strawberry to the table.
Exactly.
You know? And that's the way it worked out. I was blessed to hear the arrangement, Count Your Blessings, when you performed it with Purple Afro at World Cafe Live. Purple Afro, if you out there, I'm coming after you. I want to talk to you. Okay? All right. Anyhow, you know, I heard that and it touched me. I mean, the way that they performed it, the tightness of the harmony, the way it flowed, it just blew me away. You know, so I'm still goosebumps, you know?
And eventually, Aniya and the Purple Afros will be doing some collaborating.
So that's what I'm talking about.
That's going to happen also.
Oh yeah. Tell me something. I think we talked about that once. But tell me something about what this Colors of the Sun. What is it about Colors of the Sun? What does that mean?
To me, Colors of the Sun, I heard a commercial. It was a wine commercial, and it was a Spanish commercial. Well, it was a Spanish interpretation. It's Culos Este Sol.
Okay.
So it really attracted my attention. You know, I'm like, wow, I like that. And then they said the English translation was Colors of the Sun.
Okay.
So I was like, wow, I'm gonna write a song about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
And so, and what happened was, I was gonna put it on the Full Circle CD, but it just never really materialized. I had a bunch of music that I had for the Full Circle. So I said, well, I'll just wait. I just sat on it for a while.
Okay.
And then I had a friend named Selwyn Brody asked me about playing for the Jazz Festival. And he was talking about some stuff about the group and stuff. So he said, well, Delbert, you know, why don't you guys get your show and everything together? And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna do a new CD after the Full Circle.
Okay.
And then I went to incorporate Colors of the Sun. Colors of the Sun is just like, when you look into the sun, you can't really look into the sun for a direct, because it'll blind you.
Yeah.
You know. So what I wanted to do was I started researching it, and I said, well, from a telescope or astronomer aspect, they see there's different colors of the sun. Right. There's different shades in the way the sun is. So I put that in relative terms to jazz.
Okay.
And it's our collaboration with all these different type musicians and stuff are different colors of jazz.
Of jazz, right. Okay.
And I'm presenting it on the CD.
I love it.
So that's basically my interpretation of what color. That's why I came up with the Colors of the Sun in relative to jazz. So we have like a vocal jazz, we have spiritual jazz, we have like a hip hop rock jazz with the roots type vibe with James Poyser.
Right. Okay.
Al Turner brought his contemporary jazz feel to it. Monty has a feel, Mark, and then my writing. Okay. So there's a big collaboration of all this stuff, Bill Jolly, on this CD. And that's why we did Colors of the Sun. That's why we're headed in that direction.
Awesome. Well, brothers, look, I'm just about out of time for this. I'm definitely going to bring you back because you guys are giants. I mean, you guys are just like my idols, man. I got to bring you back. But Mr. Delbert Boyer, Mr. Phil Joseph, two giants in the field, y'all. Y'all got to get this when it comes out. When is it coming out? That's what I want to know.
December the 14th.
December the 14th.
Our CD release party is going to be at the World Cafe. Get your tickets now.
Colors of the Sun. Okay, that's the CD.
So let me look back on my past. It's as clear as glass how you made a way. There's no more guessing. My soul is resting, pondering the journey of life. Then
Okay, you guys, I want to have to get up out of here. You guys, it's been a blast, and I can't wait till the next time. Can't wait till the next time.
Can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
The campaign starts October the 1st, so get your money ready.
Y'all heard that.
And contribute. We're only trying to get 5,000.
Y'all heard that here, 5,000. That's all we need. Now there's 5,000. Okay. All right, you guys, it was a pleasure. Thanks a whole lot.
Thank you, Zach.
Fellas, y'all take care. Everybody, it's time for me to roll, but I'm going to leave you with this very short message. Be careful how you treat the people you meet on the way up, because they're the same ones you meet on the way down. See y'all.
Living in this silence seems so loud. I try so hard to stand out from the crowd and yet still find my place. Now destiny is real and so is fate, but darkness came and stood within this place, and so I learned to wait and wait and wait. But I knew that you would come one day, so I denied myself to see you face to face. Now I can stop the love, 'cause it won't go away. But now I'm calling lover, come to me. My destiny again, there you are. We'll be together without end. Calling lover, come to me. 'Cause I was seeing the day I saw you, lady. Loving now, please come and love on me, on me.